Hey beer nerds, it's Ryan with Beer by the Numbers, and a happy Thanksgiving week to all of you out there. And I have a great Beersgiving surprise. I came home after work today and found this box that came to me all the way from Canada, which is really exciting. The guys over at Hops and Bros said they were going to send me some beer, and it arrived today, so I'm really excited to get into it. I just popped open the side. Haven't gone through it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and open it up with you guys, and then, I don't know, maybe we'll taste some in a little bit. So, I'm pull out some of this packing stuff. Oh, there's a note right here. Hey Ryan, here are our own 6-pack mix of local breweries and our own freshly released collab beer. Enjoy these beers, and thanks for all the support. Cheers from the guys at Hops and Bros. If you haven't checked out Hops and Bros yet, they have a ton of really great nerdy beer content and a lot of great beer reviews from Canada. So please go click the link in the description box below and check out their videos because they're awesome. All right, let's open up some beer mail. This is the best Thanksgiving gift I've gotten. And I see our first beer here is the Real XX Double IPA, which looks really cool. It's it's half in French, but it says it's a strong beer. It's got some really great can art. I hope my camera picks it up, but we got a big double X guy sitting on a double IPA logo there. So it says it's a hoppy beer designed especially for flavor hunters, which is really cool. And it's from, let's see, Matera Brewing. Matera is the marriage between the Latin words materia, or raw materials, and mater, which is mother metropolis, which is kind of a cool brewery name. Really kind of a cool story behind that. It is also the blending of two passions, the craft behind the beer and the swagger of the Montreal lifestyle. I love it. I love this can art too. This one looks like a lot of fun. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. And then I see another can in here right away. And this one is the Passport and Fruit, and pardon my French quite literally, because I am not sure if I'm saying any of these right. But it says it's a double milkshake IPA plus lychee, so that sounds really tasty. 7.5% alcohol on here. And the rest of it is in French, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to read that right away. I'll put it through translator later, and maybe we can check it out. But it's got Chinook and Simcoe in here, so that sounds really good. And I love this little more abstract double beer art on here. All right, let's dig a little further in here, and I got another can. This one is Winding Down the Bines Wet Hop Ale. Oh, so this is probably a fresher hop ale. Makers of very good beer from Dominion City. This beer features fresh, whole leaf Ontario, Cascade, and Chinook hops that went into the kettle on the day of the harvest. So yeah, that is a harvest ale, which I actually learned from the Hops and Bros channel. They had a really cool video on what a harvest ale is and how quickly you need to get ingredients from the field to the kettle for it to qualify as a harvest ale, and it's really cool, so go check that out. The hops are from Prince Edward County, and they're never dried hops, so they retain all of those oils and resins and showcase the fresh green aromatics with subtle spice and pine notes. So this one sounds pretty amazing. It's kind of really cool that we have so many local hop growers now that we can get things so quickly from the vine to the brewer. And then we have Stray Dog Brewing Company's One Hop Wonder Mosaic. So, it's kind of almost a single malt, single hop ale, but this one's a New England Pale Ale. And it's kind of weird that you could get a New England Pale Ale with only one hop in it, but that sounds really interesting to me. Not a lot of extra information on the can, so they must have picked this one up pretty fresh from the brewery. So I'm gonna have some great fresh beer here, and I'm gonna dig a little further in here. It looks like I got 2 bottles left. So first I have Stone City Ale's Single-Handed Laurel. a pale ale exclusively featuring Laurel hops, which sounds really, really great. Not a lot in here, but I can already tell just by looking at this, it's got a very, very hazy appearance in here. So I think there's going to be a ton of flavor in this one. 5.9% ABV, and it's by Stone City Ales, which is in Kingston, or Princess St. Kingston, Ontario. So, looks great. And then I got one more in here I can feel, or at least they told me I had one more. I'm gonna pull this out. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. Oh, and it's the Hops and Bros Harvest Ale. This was the beer they featured in their Harvest Ale video, but it looks really tasty. This is the one they collaborated with their local brewery with. In our continuing support of everything that is local in the arts, this brew is brought to you in collaboration with our favorite YouTubers, Hops and Bros, and our local hop farmers. Filled with hops provided by Fen Levine, I hope I said that right, oh goodness, Hops and Bros, and Orion's Sugar Shack, and the Hop Yard, and our very own president, this beer brings rich aromas of pine and citrus resonant flavors with a hint of smoke, and a hint of smoke sounds excellent. So, I think I'm going to take a break and stick one of these in the fridge, probably this delicious Harvest Ale, and I'll be back in a moment to let you know what I think. Alright, and I'm back, and I just popped this open and gave a little bit to my fiance, but now I'm going to finally get a little nose on this, so it pours out a lovely golden color. Get a nice, healthy head on here. Just an off-white head, some pretty good bubbles. And it looks delicious. So I'm really looking forward to this, because when they were trying it in their video, it just sounded really, really good and really, really fresh, and I'm really thankful I get to be in the greater distribution area for this beer now. So I'm gonna get a nose on this guy. So yeah, you can already tell that everything's really fresh. It's got that when you're home brewing, you can really smell all the malts in your kitchen or wherever you're brewing, and you get a little bit of that on the nose here, and then the rest of it is just fresh hops. It smells so good. I definitely get a little bit of that pine. The citrus really, I think, comes through pretty strongly on the nose too. And man, my mouth is watering already. Yep, and it smells vaguely caramely. Maybe that's a little bit of that smoke. Maybe I'm just getting that mixed up. But I'm gonna dive right in now. Oh yeah. So you can tell it was pretty fresh on the hops, because it's not overly bitter. I mean, it's still just a pale ale, or a harvest ale, I guess, but yeah, you get a big kind of initial crash of bitterness, but then it just fades right into a whole ton of pine, that resiny goodness, and then there's just they aren't kidding on the bottle here when they say hint of smoke, because it's just enough that you like. There's something unique, there's something complicated going on in this beer, and that's what that is. And man, I think what it just really does it for me though is just it tastes so fresh and new, and it's got that recently bottled taste. No major flaws in here that I can think of. 5.6% alcohol again. If you find yourself up in the Frencher part of Canada, I definitely recommend you check it out. It's got a cool knit bottle on it, very, very good. The brewery is from Embrun, Ontario, which sounds really great. And I think what's really, really cool, and that's exactly what they wrote on the bottle here, is that everything in this beer is hyper local. You know, it's got a name that represents local beer nerd, a couple of local beer nerds on there. All the ingredients are locally sourced, brewed by a local brewer, and you know that's just a great way to reach out and support your community. And it sounds like, to me, Ontario has a pretty amazing beer infrastructure going on up there. And I think I need to book a trip up there pretty soon, is what I'm thinking. When I gave my fiance the first taste, she said she really, really liked this beer. I'm right there with her too. I think this beer is excellent. If you're in Canada, please go seek this out. Go check out Hops and Bros. Shoot them a message on YouTube. I'm sure they'd love to talk to you. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. I'm going to have a great Beersgiving because I still have, half a bomber to go through and 5 more great beers to try. So I hope y'all have a great holiday week. I wish you a happy Thanksgiving up in there in Canada, even though I know you guys don't quite celebrate it. Cheers to the guys at Hops and Bros, and please go down to the link in the description below and check out their channel.